Robbie Bacon, Associate Editor of RideApart, here in the Hollister Hills for the launch of Kawasaki's KLX230R and 230RS. Now, I should preface my short review by saying I'm not really an off-road rider, and I was hesitant to come here because of that. But at the same time, that's why I should be here, because this is exactly the bike to take someone like me off-road and help me feel confident. And before we get into the nitty-gritty of the specs and what's going on for 2025, I think it's important to highlight that in the off-road world, there are more options than getting a 250, like a KX250 for example, or a KX450. There's a whole other world out there that you can pick and choose from. On the street, people know that, and people can point you in different directions. But sometimes it feels intimidating to go, well, I either have to get a 250 or a 450. But you don't. And that's really what I suppose discovered today. This world exists and it's enough. Yesterday I attended a presentation, which is a little bit about the history of the KLX. I didn't know that L, for example, stood for light, and X is obviously the motocross side, so light motocross. I, to be honest, always thought of trail bikes as kind of like not cool. Like I think most people did. A lot of the design looked like afterthoughts. The frames, the bodywork, even the engines were kind of agricultural and asthmatic. But like if you just look at this, the black rims, the flush design, which has actual practical uses, it's not just, there's a function to it, and the aggressive front fender, like if you take a quick glance, you could mistake it for a KX250. I do think like the fact that some of these bikes, not any one brand in particular, but the fact that some of them don't look that cool puts people off getting them, because they are ridiculously capable. For example, today we did pretty much everything like you could really think of doing on a bike. We did enduro, we were on a flat track, we did trails, we did a small motocross track. Every which way you could go, we went. And the bike was far more capable than I was. But as the day progressed, I became more capable because of the bike. There might be a lack of understanding about what these bikes are for and capable of, because I didn't fully know. For example, like I know it's a 233cc engine, which puts out in and around 20 horsepower, and you kind of think, what's that going to do? Like a lot, actually. It does a lot. And I would argue that for newer riders or riders who just don't want to be on it all the time, that it's going to be perfect, because for example, allowed me to start doing things that I know I should be doing, like using the clutch to come out of corners and pop a little bit, keep the revs high. When I'm on a 450 or a 250, I do not feel confident doing that. I lug it around there, and sometimes I'll stall it and I'll fall over. And speaking of stalling, that is something that you would have to try very hard to do on this bike. It's insanely tractable. There was one particular hill climb today that I said I'd do it, and then when I looked at it, I was like, why did I say I would do this? It's insane. I did it easily, and I wanted to keep going. You have 21-inch rims on the front and an 18 on the back, so you can use whatever tires you want. It is a full-size bike without the crazy weight, without the really high center of gravity. Why doesn't it have such a high center of gravity? Well, because they've redesigned the subframe to be an inch lower. It's actually the same height as the shorter model was last year, which is kind of insane to think about. And at the same time, it doesn't feel like a small bike. You know you're on a proper full-size bike. It's not intimidating though. The center of gravity is nice and low. The power delivery is nice. It doesn't lug like a KX250, a KX450. What you can tell, even by me talking now, is it's a feeling that I'm getting. I'm not getting into the nitty-gritty of like the suspension and like how they've changed the engine. That will be in the article. What I'm trying to tell you now is it made me happy to have the day instead of happy to have gotten through the day, which is what I would have felt probably on like a KX250 or a KX450 at my skill level. Probably in the future, it will be a stepping stone to make me happy to have had the day on a KX250. But they're just my initial thoughts. You can come and read the whole article. Please read the article at RideApart. Thank you.